actually, well, I guess I'm going to share and not in the present. And anyway, how about that? Can you see that?
Yes.
All right. I'm afraid if I go to full screen share, it didn't work right a little bit ago.
Go ahead and go to full share, and we can let you know if it's if we don't see
Can you try that? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's try this. All right. Let me go window and keynote play. Window. Okay. I think maybe if I play it in a windowed event, it'll work. How about that? Let's see. How's that?
Looks great.
All right. Okay. You want to start the timer?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Jim down the road from you in Moore County, Carthage, North Carolina. And if you could imagine being a part of actually changing our world in an incredible way that made it not only better and safer, that's really what I am passionate about and what's going on. I'm with a company called Active Defender, a startup we started, but I need to rewind the clock for you 21 years. How many of you remember these pictures? They bring back any memories. Maybe some people don't remember that. It was so long ago, but it was brought to our national attention, Colorado, the Columbine High School. That day, we saw that our security systems failed. And the tragedy of it is that so many teachers that day, they all heard the alarms. The alarms went off, but for many of them, they just didn't know where the problem was. And so the catastrophe was worse because not knowing where it was, they and their kids, many of them actually ran right into harm's way, making it a magnitude larger than it really had to be. In the past 21 years, many solutions have been brought forth to try to make it to where we could find a system that would work, to where, you know, our campuses could do a lot better in terms of security. But with these solutions, we've had cameras everywhere. We've had buttons on the walls and under desks and buttons on lanyards. We've had the addition of incredible radio systems and all kinds of text messaging. But in light of all these solutions, if you just consider even the last 11 years with all this technology and money that's been spent and looking for a solution, here's the results. In the past 11 years, there's still been 180 school shootings in the US with over 365 deaths. Our systems are still failing. Now, if you press down and quantitate what's going on, this is what has to be solved to save lives. The fact is that you might have a child with a teacher in the media center or in the cafeteria or outside. They're not in a place to where they can lock down right where they are. And what has to be solved is everyone that is an adult in charge has to know what the problem is, and they have to know where the problem is. Because you and I only make good decisions based upon what we know and where we are. And so even though an alarm goes off, even if I can send a text message, matter of fact, one of the worst things to do is I can press a button and it's like, oh, the alarm's on the second floor, but really they looked out the window and the alarm was outside and people literally still run into harm's way. You have to know what it is and where it is. With Active Defender, we have literally critical details in the palm of your hand. It has its own mapping system, both vector and raster. It sits up, and in a matter of just seconds, every teacher and first responders and central office can know exactly what the problem is and where the problem is, so that the adult in charge can know which way to go to lead those children and keep them safe. We were even approved by Apple for critical entitlements, so that even if the teacher's phone's on silence, it will wake it up and let them know you've got to know this. Likewise, if the teacher's the one that sees the problem, they can turn the app on and in less than 5 seconds report any type of threat that goes out showing the complete map and details and solves those problems. In 2018, we had one school with 45 teachers. We were working through it. It was really only for the active shooter. But in 2019, as we began to get feedback and grow, we grew to 27 schools, 2,216 teachers using it. And then COVID hit. We were really growing, and just a small group of people right here developing, building, putting out. 2020, we finally started growing again. We're currently in 62 schools with a little over 4,000 teachers. However, if you consider just the US market, there's 4.7 million teachers, just teachers, not even including administrative staff, in our public schools, private schools, and non-home-based daycare. Right now we're at 4K, but we need to grow and be able to support them, provide that, because we have an unparalleled solution that's just disrupting the safety industry. Right now, I'm the founder of this. Our COO, Chris Maxwell, is a security specialist. He still works currently with Booz Allen Hamilton, as well as working with us, handling our requests for proposals. Just wrote a big 73-page request for proposal to the state of Florida, and we're hoping to hear back from that soon. John Ferguson is our product development specialist, and we are still looking for a sales maven. That's probably the area we need the most help in as we're moving forward. But the truth is, kids count on us. And today we are, we're cash flow positive, but we would like to, in probably 6 months or so, look at doing a round of funding so that we can kind of throw fuel. I hate to say throw fuel on fire. That sounds like a negative thing, but to really accelerate the growth. So we're looking for connections with people, looking for connections that might help us in terms of finding a sales maven in our marketing and how to move forward and connecting in the K-12 space. We're also now in a couple other verticals testing out healthcare and hotels.
Thank you so much, Jim. Great timing. We hit time. So we're going to open it up now for Q&A. It's a 20-minute Q&A. So who has some questions for Jim?